So after a couple trips to Home Depot, I finally figured this out. This is for my chicken feeders in the coop. My goal is to be able to load this with a bunch of grain. So when I go out of town or when I don't have a chance to run down there twice a day down to the coop from my house, that I can just load these up and these will last a few days. These were 60-inch pipes and I cut them at 30 inches a piece, but obviously I didn't do a great job. So much for measuring twice and cutting once. I went ahead and used my chop saw to cut these PVC pipes. I was a little bit nervous at first, but if you secure it, hold it straight, it should be okay. So now time to assemble it. So this is the Y connector. The food's going to go in there, and then the pipe is going to go inside the top of the Y connector. In order to put the lid on the top and the bottom of the feeder, I had to cut a piece of the PVC pipe in order to hook the connector on there that has the thread in the inside. And then you should be able to just put the cap on, and there you go. Went ahead and attached all the components with PVC glue. This is the top part of the feeder. You can see I attached the connector for the lid on there. It has the threaded in the inside. You can just put the lid on there. Now, as far as the bottom part, this is the bottom part of the Y connector. So this is the bottom part of the feeder. I had to put a piece of PVC pipe on there to go ahead and attach the connector. That's done. Gosh, it took more time for me to figure out what pieces to use than it did to actually assemble this. Just to mention that at the end, I went ahead and just took a rubber mallet and just went ahead and kind of jammed those in there to make sure all the joints were in evenly. And I could tell because, you know, it was wobbly and now it's not. This is the lid. Oh, let me see. This is the lid that's on the top. So you can see here, we can just put the food in there, and then it is supposed to come out of here, and that's where the chickens eat. Now, I'm going to put this also on the bottom because I have that lid that can twist on the bottom too. So I have a way to access it from the top and bottom. I guess I'm assuming if I want to clean it or something, or for whatever reason, empty that bottom part. But I've got both of these that are removable. So it's Friday evening, went ahead and brought the feeders outside to see if we can go ahead and get them to work. I had to figure out how to attach them to the run. I put them in front of the 2x4 and ended up using these outdoor cable ties to attach it rather than a metal bracket. I put one underneath the Y connector. I've attached 3 of them together and I put them through the wire mesh and then around the 2x4. I did one on the bottom, and then I went ahead and I did one also in the middle of the pipe and then one on the top. On the bottom of the Y connector, since I had to add that extra piece of PVC pipe, there's extra space in there. So I decided to go ahead and put some sand in there so the food doesn't go all the way down to the bottom and get wasted, because the chickens won't be able to get that. All right, so let's see if these chicks will use the feeder. I used a couple of methods. I try to use these Dynamic Duo delicious treats. They're basically fly larvae. I put them on top of 2 steps so the chicks could reach the food and kind of try to get them to get up there. They weren't terribly interested. They were more afraid of this. Well, come on, chicks, let's get going. I put their food on top of it. Still not interested. And then I did it again and put some food around it. And then suddenly everyone started looking at it, and look, success! We have a chick eating out of our feeder. Hooray!